Okay, so Chad's entering this rocket competition. So I'm going to draw a picture because that's going to help me visualize what's happening here. So he shoots this rocket not straight up. He kind of shoots it in this parabolic, right, motion, right? And it starts at 0, right? And it has to land 20 feet away, right? 20 feet away. So this is 20. And at its highest point, which is the vertex, right? It has to be, what did it say? 100 feet off the ground. 100 feet. So this is what we have. So they want us to get the equation of this motion. So I think it's easiest. We know the roots are 0 and 20, right? So in factored form, we know the roots are always x minus one root times x minus the other root equals 0, right? And that'll give us the roots. So let's look at what we have. We have x and x minus 20 equals 0. Now let's see why this gives us our roots. Because the zero product property says that either x has to be 0 or x minus 20 has to equal 0. So this one gives us the starting position here, right? And this one, x minus 20 equals 0, that's x equals 20, right? So that gives us this one. So we have the roots in our quadratic equation now, and the only thing we need to do is we need to get it to open down, right? So I'm going to, put a negative there so that it opens down. Remember, because if the parabola has a negative quadratic term, it's going to open down. So if I now say that the equation is negative x times x minus 20 equals y, right? And I could distribute this out, and I get negative x squared plus 20x equals y. So there's the quadratic, and I should really write it nicer. Let's write it as y equals, right? It just looks nicer, right? Y equals. So now let's see what our height is, right? So we know that this point right here is 10 because parabolas are symmetric. So between 0 and 20, 10 is the middle. So if I substitute 10 in, let's see if I get a height of 100, right? So y equals negative 10 squared plus 20 times 10. So y equals negative 100 plus 200. Y equals 100, right? So we do get our height, and we don't have to change our equation at all. And there's the equation of the parabola that represents the rocket in Chad's competition.